Hi guys, welcome back to Simple Living. Today I got my husband again to try and record this video or help record this video. We have the last garden tour of June 2025. As you can see, there's been a lot of growth within this month, so I'm very excited to show you. If I look disgusting, I'm sorry. I've been on the garden for 1 hour and I've been sweating. We're in the middle of a heat wave that is supposed to end tomorrow, so I really wanted to get this going because then we're supposed to have a whole week of rain again. These are my peas. I actually will be harvesting some after this video is done because we have a lot that feel like are ready. They are very plump, and that is on both sides over here. Here's one of my cucumber plants. This is the silver slicer cucumber, but to be honest, I am doubting I will get any cucumbers out of this plant. All of the little baby cucumbers end up rotting away, I assume because they're not getting pollinated, but at the same time I haven't seen many male flowers, so there's nothing to pollinate it with. On the other side over here, I have my zucchini rampicante. It is just starting to grow. I see 2 female flowers, but no male flowers. Actually, let me lie. There's 1 male flower right here, but the female flowers are not fully developed, which means no fruit yet. And then we have some random carrots over here, and then we have a moth butterfly running around. This is a melon, the petit de riz melon that I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere either. Going on this side of the bed. These are my peppers. I'm actually pretty excited. Looks like they are loving the hot weather because they are actually starting to bush out and grow. And some of these onions look so well. I can see them bulbing up and fattening up, so I'm very, very excited about that. We have our arroz con pollo tiny pepper that seems that is growing a little bit. And on the top we have 2 eggplants, which honestly I gave it up with, but looks like they like the heat because they started to grow a lot. And then we have the onions here that are bulbing up. All the plants on this side look very sad because they've been getting eaten away by what I assume are worms. But I keep looking and I can never find them. Regardless, I'll be pulling all these kohlrabi soon. I'm still trying to find a recipe that I like. I've tried it raw and I tried it sauteed. We didn't like either or. So if you have any recipes, please give them to me. We have a random melon over here that I'm actually very surprised of how good it's growing. And I hope that it's going to grow even better after I pull all these out. On this side we have an Armenian. On this side I have an Armenian cucumber that has been killed over and over, even though I've planted it 4 times. I planted it 1 more time, but we'll see. We have a cute nasturtium that is starting to flower. Fun fact, everything in this plant is edible. These are the only cucumbers that have been producing. It is a hybrid variety, so I'm assuming that's why it's been doing so well. These are quick snack cucumbers. They get a little bigger than this. And I planted another one of this just so I can try and get some more. Over in this garden bed, we can see a giant rutabaga right here. I am going to pull this after this video. And then we have onions over on this side. We have my heirloom tomatoes. My Dr. Witches is finally growing, so I'm very excited about that. It does feel like something's been coming into my garden and eating this, specifically this tomato plant. Ooh, we have a baby cherry tomato growing. So excited. I'm not sure where it is. I assume it's a deer, but I've also seen bunnies in my garden. And again, the onions are doing amazing. My strawberries look very sad. I'm assuming it's also deer that has been coming and eating all the leaves. As of right now, I've gotten maybe like 4 quarts of strawberries. So I'm kind of happy for being the first year. The carrots, it's been very hot. They are semi-growing. I'm not sure what much to say about them. All the strawberry green stalks look very, very sad. Now into the leaf. Stop looking, sir. Oh, it's right there. Okay. This is the other carrot green stack. This one's actually looks so much better than that other one. So I'm hopefully excited that I'll get some. And then we have the other strawberry. These are my determinate tomatoes. It is my favorite garden bed. It is a jungle. People start. Sorry, we're out in the open and people like to look at the garden. Oh, ooh, I'm gonna have to come out here with a black light because I think I see hornworm poop. But like I was saying, there's 8 plants here, and I don't think I'll do this again. I'm gonna be starting my succession sowing the tomatoes, and I feel like I'm only gonna put 6 because there's not gonna be any airflow in between these garden beds. So this, hopefully, they will put out a lot of tomatoes before they get sick and die. I have my hot peppers over here, a random carrot, and zinnias that are getting eaten. I also have some broccoli plants that I'm gonna have to harvest. I did harvest the biggest head because it was starting to separate, and we can see some side shoots. But it's been very hot in the 90s, and I think that's not good enough for them anymore. It's way too hot. And as usual, the onions on the top look so much better than the ones on the bottom. We have my cabbages. I want to grow things that look pretty, but looking at this, it makes me feel that I should grow green cabbages instead of red. The heads on the green cabbages are so much more developed than the red ones, even though the red ones got a lot bigger space-wise faster. But we'll see when I actually turn them into sauerkraut. This is my kitchen herbs green stock. All of them are doing very well. I've actually harvested some of them. Sorry, there's a lot of bugs at this time. We have my thyme, oregano, sage, basil, dill. We have my 1, 2, and 3 green stalks full of garlic. They're starting to die back, so I should be picking them up rather soonish, probably second week of July. This was supposed to be a flower green stalk. I don't think it's gonna do much, but it does look pretty, and the nasturtiums in the bottom are starting to flower, so that it's not empty. That was my thing for the year. I didn't want it to be empty. This is my medicinal green stock. It is half empty. I did order a couple plants from Asia Standard that we should be picking up next week. There was one mistake I realized I did. I thought this was St. John's wort. If you know by the flowers, these are jump up violas. I'm not sure if it was me doing a mistake or maybe the seed company had a mishap, but they do look pretty. This is my sweet potato green stock. And it's actually doing very well. I am not able to rotate this green stock because I forgot to order a base with it. But it's been getting so all around. So is sun in Spanish. It's been getting sun all over. So it's been doing okay. I'm actually going to water it a little bit after. I have my girls that are overdue to be moved because they already ate through all the grass. I'm not sure what exact animal comes here and eats through my flowers, but I've lost the hope of having anything other than the forage. But he's been eating the forage too, so I don't understand. I'm glad they're eating my flowers and not my vegetable garden, so I'll let them be. Now, this is the space that has the most change, and I'm very excited to show you. We have my zucchinis, the potatoes that are starting to die back, corn, and then sweet potatoes that are not doing so hot because something keeps eating the leaves. So I'm very excited. I have the ones in the green stock because those might be the only ones I get. I did wanted to show you that we do have some grow in here. I don't know if you can tell over here, we do have some beetles already showing up, which is very sad. We have a big one over there. This is the other part of the jungle. These are the winter squash that are also going insane. My husband is not able to mow this part of the yard anymore. We have so many here growing. We have a huge, that's a spaghetti squash. This is the candy roaster, but I haven't seen any other than this one. And this one obviously didn't get pollinated because it was the first and only flower I've seen, so it will die. And then this is the Walham butternut. And this one you can see it has a bunch of little butternuts everywhere. And these are my sweet potatoes and corn. The corn is finally growing. This was my job for today, putting some papers down the middle to make it a little easier for me, not only to walk, but to read. The pathways were the worst part. They were $2 on Lowe's, so 100% recommend it. I am debating. It doesn't fail. It was dead while I was doing the papers, and I'm like, oh, this is the perfect time to do a video. Stars coming, people coming around. I'm debating on picking up the potatoes tomorrow. They're starting to look more like weeds now than anything else, which is what you want. You want them to die back. Because after tomorrow, we're going to have a full week of rain, and you want to pick potatoes when it's dry. So tomorrow will be my last day for a while, but I also don't want to pick them too early and not give them the chance to really get big and develop. I'm very excited for my corn. I did interplant some beans, and then I wanted to make a makeshift Three Sisters garden. And I understand you want to plant the corn first and then the squash, but I think having the squash so big is actually benefiting it because the plants are very prickly if you touch them, so bunnies and stuff won't want to walk and get through. So they don't eat the corn, because something was eating the corn and then these plants exploded. Yeah. They're finally going fine. Oh, hi, spider. We have the random melons over here and beans that keep getting eaten. So I don't know if anything is gonna grow, but we'll see. Same thing with my sweet potatoes. They look great yesterday. They had so many leaves, and now it's dead again. And this concludes the top part. We have the tiny little garden left. I'm doing a voiceover on this part because my neighbor was actually talking during this part, so I didn't hear very well. These are my plants. There's strawberry, the rhubarb, lettuce that has already died. The apple mint is going amazing, as you can see here. I also have some spearmint on the side that is growing very well, but anything in the mint family will grow amazingly. This is our little pond, which I love and I'm very proud of. We get a lot of frogs. As you can see, my husband's zooming in on one. Thank you so much for spending time with me. And yes, I do realize my pants are inside out, but I cannot re-record this video. Thank you for watching.